Sagittarius, Capricorn. See what's going on over here. The first card coming out for you is discovering the truth. You stand in the light of your truth. Wow. And I do really love this card, though, because this is talking about if you are facing a decision and your mind says one thing, and your heart says another, follow what dictates your heart. Go with what your heart is saying, not your mind always, right? Because the mind has confusion. The mind can be very confusing because it wants to overanalyze everything, right? So what you're really going, when you're going with the heart, you're really going with that kind of, not just the intuition, but also your, it's that gut feeling. That's when that natural instincts kind of come into play as well from the root chakra. And natural instincts are what gets us going. That's the survival mode, right? So it's really that gut feeling is a little bit of both intuition and natural instincts. And it says, and you'll be on the right path. If you get a nudge to speak to someone or go in a particular direction, don't hesitate. Follow this guidance. On your journey, others may indicate what path you should take and why they believe so. You can listen to their advice. However, if your heart indicates another way, follow that way. There's a place inside of yourself that always knows the truth. Take time to be still to discover that genuine place of knowing within. Often the hardest thing about living your truth is discovering what it is, so it is important to slow down, be quiet, and listen to the whispers of your own soul. Wow. Gotta love that. This is the time to make some changes by following your heart. You know where your heart really wants to be, right? Somebody may even tell you, you know what, that's not going to happen, or that's not the right path. Well, or that's going to be too hard, right? Well, it could be too hard. There's going to be things that they're saying that are probably truthful as well, but sometimes we want to take the harder way because sometimes that's what really pays off, right? So always listen to your heart, right? Follow your heart. So let's see what's going on over here. Discovering the truth. Right now is really discovering the truth and where you need to be. Clarify on that. Ooh, because you're having some delays and some standstills. Maybe you're even having some resistance to following your heart. And maybe it's because of those indecisions. Maybe it's the fear also to sacrifice something that you know you might have to lose in order to gain something new. Sometimes we don't want to give up one way to have another, right? So this kind of leaves you with kind of going what your mind is saying and kind of not doing what your intuition says, what your heart says, right? So let's get to the next one. You got one card coming out there, so let's see what the next card says. Yes, because your mind will cause confusion, right? Chaos. And if you're listening to other people as well, you could be listening to this Capricorn, could be, doesn't have to be, but it's also talking about needing to rethink the idea, allowing yourself to be clouded. And that's what's going to happen when you're only listening to your mind and not your heart, or only listening to someone else. They could actually be causing confusion. If you are, you need to not be so conflicted. You need to get self-centered, right? You might even have someone around you who doesn't like your ideas. Maybe, they're smothering you with their ideas, which is causing this confusion. There could also be that maybe if you are looking in one way and you know that you're almost where you need to be, maybe they're trying to break you off the path because of jealousy as well, right? So if you're listening to an ex and they know that you have this new love, they could be trying to cloud your mind not to go that way, right? Because due to jealousy. So be careful of that as well. Let's see the overall outcome over here for the situation. Yeah. Could also be that you are initiating some kind of important conversation with this partner or this friend, sharing your thoughts and feelings on what you need, but they're just not on the same page. They are trying to, feels like they're maybe, like I said, maybe overanalyzing your situation or just trying to literally take you off path due to some envy, jealousy, however it is confusing the situation. You do have the world over here, which means that you are coming to a completion. You are getting ready to accomplish this situation. As soon as you know that you are traveling towards that celebration of life, traveling down the path that you really need, you will definitely be walking into a new cycle. Just watch those negative thoughts of people who are throwing things at you or making yourself imprisoned by your own, right, your own thinking. self-imposed thinking as well. Or maybe trying to even restrict yourself, saying, you know what, but I can't really go down that path because of such and such. Maybe that's not the way to go. But yet there's something kind of like, I don't know, just bugging you. Like, you know what, like, but my heart says, my gut instinct says I should go this way. But my mind says, I don't know about that, right? So do not allow that to imprison you within your own mind, right? Because it says you do have the Six of Swords. It's time to change. It's time to transition. It's time to listen to the heart so that way you can get where you need to be. We will grab the overall card to the situation in just a second, but let's kind of look at this over here and see what's going on. Clarify on the situation, please. The Hangman. Yes, you are definitely going through a transition right now. You need to let go of what that mind is trying to tell you, or these people are telling you in your mind, right? Making your mind overthink the situation. You know the truth within the situation, and that truth is going to set you free. I would love to see the Ace of Swords right side up when you do find that breakthrough, right? Because right now you just need to really look at inner clarity within the situation. Clarifying on that, please. Yeah, it just looks like messages of concern. It's like they're trying to concern you. They're trying to get into your head, right? Where you don't need to be concerned. So the message of concern gives you the concern. Right? Or you're giving your own messages of concern, listening to your mind too much and not into your heart. Over here we have the World for the overall is the gift from the universe, wanting to give those aces out, wanting to give those gifts to you, wanting you to, not be in despair. Take the despair. That's that Eight of Swords over here. Take that despair and do not be in despair. A gift is coming to you. Have better judgment on the situation, analyzing the situation, the truth. This is the Justice card. This is saying the truth will set you free. The truth is right where you need it to be. So as soon as you see that, see that truth, you're going to get that gift because it is on the distant horizon, right? It is definitely on the distance horizon. I love that. So let's get a card over here and see what's going on. Oh man, this is beautiful. Needing there's going to be some kind of opportunity that's going to turn over a new leaf, and it's mostly going to be once you follow your heart. You're going to get more introspective of the situation. Let's see what's going on over here. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Having the Queen of Pentacles is saying that you have the truth within yourself. You know exactly what's going on within the situation. There is no reason to, be worried about this situation. You will have to, make some multiple choices, juggle some things around within your mind. And that's really juggling the mind versus the heart. Which way are you going, right? Because it's putting you into a challenge mode or juggling what this person is trying to tell you, which is still in your mind, right? But and it is a challenge mode. You might even feel like you're in a little bit of a competition just between the heart versus the mind as well. Wow, you have the Ace of Cups. I feel like the Ace of Cups is this gift over here. Wow. And this right here is telling you, you know what? It's time, though, too, to also kind of explore the fabric of your inner world more deeply within yourself, right? Push yourselves to be a little more vulnerable when it comes to your heart. Do not, keep that down. Have more heart-to-heart conversations with yourself. It's kind of like, let's explore the heart and find the peace, right? Because your cups are overflowing over here as you're getting to that situation. There's the introspective I kept hearing in my head. Yes, the Hermit card, really introspecting what it is. Push deeply to find the truth within yourself. That light is your heart. That light knows your Nine of Cups. It knows what you want, right? It wants you to travel, to yourself, looking deep within your mind, right? And then say, you know what? You're wrong, right? I'm going with my gut feelings. I know the truth within this situation. I'm telling you guys are going to find the truth, and this truth is going to open up this Ace of Cups. It's going to open up everything you have, and you will walk away from whatever it is you're you know, it's bugging you, and definitely walking into this new world. If you know you need to walk away from this person, this habit, you know, this path, you're definitely going to. Because you're going to say, I know which path I need to take now. It's the one that takes me into a new cycle change. This is the one that turns over the new leaf. This is the one that allows me to get to that victory, to that Nine of Cups. This is the one that allows the Ace of Cups to come to me, right? Having that conversation. You guys are on the right path. You know where you're going and what you need to do, right? And if you definitely know that this is some kind of relationship, you know, and they're trying to tell you, oh, but I'm the best for you, or this or that, and they're not going to do anything for you, you know the truth about the situation, right? You know where you're supposed to be. If this job sucks and you know it, you know where you're supposed to be. You know they're not going to get any better. You do have the Magician with the manifestation, taking action for the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is right there at your door, right? Being committed to yourself. Wow. Having this exciting time within your life. Once you have this, it's going to be so much excitement. You're just going to be like, bam, I got it. And it's going to take you on to this new path, my friends. You are going to see this, you are going to love it, and you're going to know it. And you will never listen to anybody else, you know, that deeply again, right? Because you're going to say, okay, that's fine that I listen to you and all, but, you know, that doesn't mean I have to work my whole life around what you say. And maybe that's what they really want you to do. So, angels, tell us exactly what it is that they need to know about the situation. Time to take action. The Magician coming out. Spirit really wants that, right? Communicate clearly and say no, 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 no. Say no. I keep hearing it. Communicate clearly. No. I will follow my heart. I'm not going to listen to you. I don't have to listen to you. Why do I feel like somebody really wants you to listen to them? Like, you listen to me, you're going to screw this up if you go the way you're going. But it's not. It's your life, right? Yeah, because see, they're not being helpful people. Those of you who have people around you, they're not being helpful. Okay? Not helpful at all. If anything, it's up to you. It's up to what your mind says. If you believe it, you will succeed it, right? And you know what there is, and you know there's something better, and you know that if you follow your heart, you will have this. Let the monkey mind do what the monkey mind wants to do, right? But the truth of the matter is, do not be confused anymore, my friends. You know where you're going to be, right? Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.